Good morning. So Kimberly and I are heading to the farm this morning, and we've got a couple projects. She's going to help me get that tractor washed. It's a lot safer to use the basket on the forklift to get like the top of the cab. That's really only the high spot that you're worried about on a tractor. Some people just, I suppose, maybe just forget it and don't even wash the top, but
way safer than standing on a stepladder with soapy, wet feet,
yep,
slipping.
Yep, or trying to be on the tires and they're slick, and
yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll get that done. And you got to have the top of the tractor clean, because what if you do a drone shot?
That's right.
I mean, come on, you got to get stuff cleaned up on the top too. Just because you can't see it from the ground doesn't mean you won't see it in a drone shot.
That's true.
So anyway, we're heading to the farm this morning, and we had to stop at the farm supply store and get some chain and some connectors. We had Austin on the, it's just an old, I don't even know what it originally was, looked like a double blade thing that we had him pulling around the barnyard just to kind of try and level out gravel. And anyway, working on the driveway, and yeah, part of it busted. We threw some weights on it to get a little bit more action out of it, or cutting or whatever, because it was just kind of bouncing. Well, then of course we added more weight, and then and this looks like old original chain, and I'll show you when I get there, but it wasn't able to handle the extra weight. So anyway, we're gonna get that fixed up so that when he gets out of school today, his job will be filling up the tires in the 225 for tire pressure and working on the driveways. So that's what is happening today.
It looks like a really nice day, so it'll be a good day to get that done.
Kimberly is our weather. She keeps an eye on the weather for us. Sometimes I do, but more times than not, I'm just like, I'm asking her, okay, what's our 10-day look like?
So today is a high of 60, no chance of rain tonight, so it'll be a good day to get that done before we get a bunch of rain again. If we do, we're hoping we do.
Right, and so it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, supposed to. Hopefully that happens. We are so dry, we are ridiculously dry. The river is so low, I've never seen it. And that is legit. I have never seen the river at Vinton that low.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good opportunity to get the Humvee out and drive across it.
That's a good idea. Yeah. We could do that.
Well, yeah.
And then who's watching it?
That's all fun and games until you get stuck. So anyway, all right, we'll see you at the farm.
We did stop and got coffee today.
Stop and got.
We call it frou-frou. We stop and got coffee today. I mean, once a week, we can do that.
Well, yeah. We try and be a little bit more healthy than that, but you know, you got to treat yourself once in a while.
Yep, we're going to work hard today.
Well, we're planning on it. We'll see about that. Okay, here's what broke yesterday. We threw a couple weights on here, and it wasn't able to handle it, so we're going to go back to here, and we're going to put all new chain on and get this ready to go for Austin tonight.
What are you doing?
I don't know. How old do you suppose that cart is? I bet that thing's 50 or 60 years old.
Honey, I think it's from Amish country.
Oh, that's right, because it doesn't have rubber on the wheels.
Right.
One of them has got a flat spot. Right here, look. It's got a flat spot in it.
Oh.
Yep. You need to fix that in your spare time.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. This could be scary. So the last time I used this torch, it did not work very well for me. I couldn't get it to light with the striker, which I see the striker has disappeared. Hang on. Cut! So last time I used this torch, it did not work very well. It shows I've got gas pressure. I could not get it to light with the striker. It almost seems like I don't have pressure, but it claims I've got almost 100. So anyway, can't find the striker. We're going a little redneckery here. See, I don't understand. I don't know, something's not right. Then I go to turn this on.
There you
Okay.
go.
But I don't have a whole lot of gas going, so.
So your purpose right now and what you're doing.
Okay, I want to cut this off. I got new hardware that'll hook straight to this bar.
Okay.
And straight to this bar. So this old stuff needs cut off. So
Because it's too rusted to turn
well,
the... Well,
yeah.
Okay.
That's my plan.
All right.
I really need more gas to get a little more heat going. Hey, we're getting warmed up. Oh, see, it's going out of adjustment, which I don't understand. Well, okay, let's start over. See how them
Little...
flame points are starting to extend. I'm losing.
Oh.
I don't understand why I keep losing my adjustment.
Well, that looks red hot.
Why are you jumping?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm constantly having to adjust and fine tune. Something's not right with this torch, but it's working. Cut a little bit more of the bolt out. Give me a little bit more of a gap to deal with. All right. All right.
Just like that.
Now we need our new parts. I wondered about that. I need to cut the front of that off because that won't quite.
Oh.
And this one too. All right, more torching.
Boys like playing with fire though.
Yeah, it's a lot funner when it works.
Yeah.
So what I got going here is I got to cut the front of this off because I can't get that in there far enough to get the pin to the hole. So now that I wound this all back up, I get to unwind it and see if I can get it working again. I'm going to be careful that you don't accidentally step on these hot pieces that are laying on the ground because it'll melt right through the bottom of your shoe. Ask me how I know.
Eesh.
I only need one torch issue, not two. And the problem isn't the handle because that's an all-new handle. More heat.
I remember in your carpenter video, you were talking about you'd rather work with metal. Looks like you have a lot of experience with metal.
Well, I'd rather my tools would work properly and it'd make it a lot better. Yeah. And we can grind it to trim it up, but that slag off there. Yeah, I can't turn the gas up too much, otherwise the flame goes out. I'll get my knee off the ground so I don't get burnt. And I'm lower than my cut too, which isn't very smart. Okay, I think that's good enough that we'll let that cool and then we'll grind it down. I had to change it out. There was this thingamajig was on there. I don't want that thingamajig. I want this other, I want the grinding stone. The blade can be, or the shield can be moved around wherever you need it. Okay, we'll put that back. There's a battery for it. Battery is charged up.
Eye and hearing protection.
Love the cordless tools. Okay. So I've got my glasses on this time, so maybe I can see what I'm doing. But I just want to clean that up. If you look on the other side, you can see all that slag, and I think that'd be too wide. We'll clean that up a little bit. Yeah, let's shoot sparks towards the gas tanks. So close. I didn't quite cut enough off, but that's okay. That's better than cutting too much. There. So, our farm supply store didn't quite cut them exactly the same, but I did get the 4 foot that I wanted on both. I would like these to be even, which looks like that's about right there. And that is very hot. I could feel the heat on my fingers. All right.
There you go. This one over here is still hot. Yep, it's pretty hot still.
What's that?
This one is hot.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I got my hearing protection on.
Let's see, what can I say when he's not listening?
I need another hand.
I can't see what it's doing though.
There. Kimberly has to keep touching the screen on the GoPro because she doesn't trust it once it goes dark.
I don't.
Technology, you can't ever trust it. All right. So the point is there'll be 2 of these. I feel like I'm yelling with those things on. This will be on the tractor, and I had to get a little one because the pinhole in that little V-A-C tractor is so small. And this will keep it even. What was happening yesterday, it just had a loop, and then we had a clevis like this. Well, then it can work itself sideways. And then it's, instead of holding the rock, it's like a road grader going down the road, and it was shoving it all off to the side. So anyway, I thought as long as I'm going to redo it, we're going to do it this way and hook it, then it can't do that. It can't pivot. That's my thought process.
Well, looks like it should last.
That's definitely, it should last for sure. Okay, let's clean this side up. What do you think?
I think it's heavy duty. I think it's going to be great.
Yep.
It's going to last a while.
Well, those straps that were on here were kind of lightweight, so that's why I wanted to cut all that off and go clear back to this. It looks like a 1/4 inch thick bar. So the only other thing we could do to this is when Austin started pulling it around yesterday, it was bouncing a lot. So we have some extra weights from an old tractor that we don't have anymore. We have those sitting around. So we took the pallet of them and sat them on there. And the only other thing that we could do is maybe build kind of a weight bracket on here where you could add or take some off or whatever. Because the pallet sitting on here, at some point they're going to vibrate off. Whatever, they're going to be sitting in the driveway. And that's not a big deal. That's a project, that's not a critical project that needs done right now. We'll just set the pallet of weights back on here, and then when he gets out of school, he can work on the driveway this evening. That and fill up the tires there. Kimberly and I are probably going to wash that next, and then we need to get the duals put back on it. And then Austin's also going to do tire pressures. Did I already say that? Austin's going to do tire pressures on that. So if we get the duals here, then he can do all 6 tires. So, and the fenders, one of the fender brackets got messed up in the snow. So, you know, you're going backwards and you're trying to turn, and, you know, the fender came out and caught a snowbank. Plastic fender, snowbank, somehow, look how thick that metal is. It twisted that whole thing up bad.
Wow.
Here's what it should look like. So, I don't think we're going to be able to get that straight. I think we're probably going to have to buy a new one.
You can see right there.
Yep. So, anyway, snow. Gotta love it. Not really. We don't love it, do we? No.
Why do we live here?
I don't know. I'm thinking Arizona for the winter. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Anytime I can get that door open, once the outside temperature gets above the shop temperature, I like having that open. I like the natural light versus artificial light. So
Fresh air.
Fresh air. It's all good.
Yeah.
Did you want to take this out there? I'll let you drive it.
Going back to where it came from?
We'll walk out there. We'll find a place for it to go. We have to, hang on, is there something under the seat? So what happens is there's
Okay, it's good now.
a switch in the seat that has to be activated. Okay. Apparently you need to gain some weight. Or I need to get in there and modify the safety switch. It shuts you off again. You want me to do it?
Yeah. Let me try one more time.
I got enough weight in my rear end.
Good thing ours at the airport isn't this way.
When we bring this back in here, we'll look at that seat switch.
Okay.
See, look, my heavy rear, I don't have any issues.
Nice.
We'll get it fixed though, so you can run it too. It gets kind of frustrating because when she's trying to run me around equipment with the basket while we're washing, it gets kind of frustrating. Let me turn this thing around so that buzzer's not going, or the beeper. That's obnoxious.
Look at those fancy chains.
Yeah, check that out. Would you look at that?
So you can see where he did work on it yesterday for a while. You can see the gravel is somewhat moved. Just trying to get from what we blew with the snow blower and pushed with the bucket, the gravel back to where it should be.
Ready?
Chiropractor isn't there today.
Ah. That's right. I did get adjusted last night, didn't I?
There's the weights that he was talking about. We'll just set that on top. Give it a little bit of weight.
We'll try and get them as centered as we can. Close to center. What? I know my door's open. There's no OSHA guys around. I'm just going across the driveway.
Okay, Walter.
Well, we got to check our blade and see if it works. This is the powerhouse right here.
I'm so glad she's doing something.
Pwee. I smelled cat pee. I wanted to check the seat before I sat down. Yeah, I'm an animal lover, but cats are just gross.
It's so nice.
Yep. All right. See if she works. Our weights are coming off. I think those are about 100 pounds apiece. I think that pallet is no good. Should we just try a couple?
The weights keep vibrating up, so we're just gonna chain them on. Then maybe we don't have to keep readjusting them.